Hey everybody, and welcome to the end of Day 14 of the Legends of Novus Kickstarter campaign. It's been 2 weeks already since this began. It's hard to believe it's come and gone so fast, and had so much interesting conversations with people that saw the campaign or saw the website or saw some of the videos that have been out there, and really want to see where the next 2 weeks can take us. The campaign officially ends on March 21st, so there's still plenty of time to build awareness until then. We're just sitting at 34% funded right now, but over 225 people have joined the campaign, and there's more and more people coming every day. So thank you to those that came today and those that continue to stick around. And the cool thing is, within our community, 99% of the comments are positive and engaging. We're seeing discussions about what we can do to bring more awareness, or some people talk about things that they like about the game, or people that have tried the game. And I'd like to see a little bit more commentary. I mean, if you've had a chance to play the game, or have looked at the art, or looked at some of the details of the components, and that's what brought you and made you decide to pledge, by all means put in some comments in there and share it with the rest of us. It'd be nice to get even a little bit more chatter going on, because the more chatter we have on the site, the more interesting it looks to people outside that might want to join after. We are going to Board Game Geek, so this is now that we're right at that 2-week point, tends to be the real down point of most campaigns, and I wanted to save putting a banner on Board Game Geek until about this point in the campaign. So that was due to some planning ahead of time, and I think it's worth it to just to drive awareness to groups who may not regularly jump onto Kickstarter, but if they see the visuals, they see some of the art that Novus has to offer, and then dive into the campaign and see some of the gameplay and videos and some of these that we're sharing, that could take us further as well. And mentioned a few times in the past that there's some podcasts that I was trying to be a part of, and it was very nice to see that Richard from We're Not Wizards has been generous enough to take some time out of his day and his podcast to do an interview with me. And so that'll be taking place tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow afternoon we'll do that video or live interview, and whenever they decide to post it, I mean, that's entirely up to them, but I'll share that link with you as soon as it becomes available. And today I'll just share that link with the podcast that he has. Richard is very humorous. Any campaign that I've listened to of his, can't help but laugh out loud at some of the discussions that they have and things that they bring up. And he's also very insightful, so has a lot of knowledge in the board game community, plays board games a lot himself, and he always offers some suggestion or feedback or insight into what he likes about a game or thinks could be more special about the games that are on his show. And then for today we're going to talk a little bit about gold. So these aren't the real coins, these are just my prototype coins, but you'll see we're going to play it on Tabletop Simulator, and the reason for that is to see the better version of the coins, the true version. I haven't had those produced yet, but they'll be just like these with the better image, and how the economy works in Novus. What do you do with your money, and some of the decisions on why you use it for some things and not for others. So we'll talk about that right away. Hey everybody, so here we are. We're going to talk a little bit about what it means to make money in Legends of Novus and what that money will do for you. So in the game you start with 10 gold pieces, no more no less, and that 10 gold pieces can't really do a lot for you. In the game, most things that you need to do cost a denomination of 25 of some kind. You're going to earn money in the game by defeating certain creatures, as we talked about in the creature part, one of our videos there, or you might earn money by picking up certain event cards or certain reward cards. So if we take a look at this, for example, there will be cards in here that will earn you money. And so when you earn that money, well, that card goes to your hand, and you can choose to redeem it either for the money whenever you wish, or you can save the card and use it for a discard ability. So when you get treasure cards, they're multi-purpose, and you may want to decide what the best choice is. My recommendation would be to use them for money at the last possible time, just in case you might want to discard it for some reason. And that's same holds true for the reward pile. You will find coins in that pile as well. And the reason that they're in both decks is so that you have a greater chance of finding money, but also to reduce the chance of completely milking a deck until you can get an item you want. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. And like I said, some creatures will be worth money as well. So we'll, for example, that Orc Warrior that we showed the other day is worth 10 gold pieces. So, but there are some that are worth more and some that are worth less. So, going back over here, so when you get money, you'll see on your reminder card that you'll have that your money can be traded in for different things. So one of the things you can trade it in for is to become more aware in the world as somebody of renown. You don't have money in this new world of Novus unless you've accomplished something major, whether it's defeating creatures or being recognized and saving small towns or villages. You get money in the game kind of behind the scenes. There's not a deep story on the surface to tell you, but you can kind of make that up on your own. So 50 gold pieces you can trade in at the end of your turn for 1 experience point. 100 gold pieces will get you 3 experience, and the max you can trade in at any given time is 150 gold for 5 experience points. And that doesn't happen too often, but if you have found a way to earn that much money, you deserve that much notoriety to earn that 5 XP. And the Thief class is the one that's most likely to get that max amount because they've got some different perks to gain treasure. The other thing you can do with your money, other than gaining experience, is you can purchase 1 adventure card or 1 reward card for 25 gold pieces at the beginning of every turn. So at the beginning of any given turn, you could spend 25 gold and hope that you get a card that you're looking for, whether it's a piece of equipment that'll help you for the rest of the game, or an adventure card that might help you to travel faster to where you want to get to go. There's always that risk that you take that you may spend 25 gold to get a 10 gold piece card. I mean, that could happen, but maybe you just wanted a card in your hand to help with an ability that you have. So you can spend gold to get experience points, and you can spend gold to purchase cards on your turn. There's nothing else in this game that you can spend money on at this time. And some questions were out there during some of the playtests as to why there's not a giant armory available where you can buy weapons or equipment at any given time. And the reason for that is, number one, to reduce complexity of the game. The only way you can gain equipment in this game is by finding it in the reward deck, and that's to keep that simple and to avoid people from abusing a gold-based system. And having an armory then would create rules as to how many more cards would be required in that armory. Where would you place it? Can you only buy it in the city? Can other people buy your armor off you? Again, that related back to gold. Can you give other people your money? In the rulebook itself, there will be no rules that allow you to give other players money, but I'm sure, like any game, there'll be some house rules that get generated. We mentioned it during the traveling the world or location, the game board part of the game, but you can also earn money during your travel phase if you roll the side of the die that has the travel icon. So for example, that one there, that icon allows you to either travel 1 extra step or have safe travels and gain 10 gold pieces. And that could represent that you helped guard a village or save a caravan from getting ambushed. Somebody gave you money for that travel phase. You cannot win the game, and you'll see that clause as well. You cannot win the game by trading in money. So as you gain experience, you trade gold for experience. You cannot put it over 24 XP. So your last experience must be earned in some way, shape, or form from defeating a creature or an event card that is not gold. Alright, so it's not a complex gold-based system. It is to make sure that there is money in the game, because money is relevant in a lot of adventure games. You can see the awesome art on the coin here by Andrea Butera again. He's got this cool legendary creature that has become part of their currency. And I really like that look that he's put on. It's on all 3 styles of coin, the bronze, the copper, the silver, and the gold. Alright, hopefully that enlightened you a little bit about what gold is for. It can make or break any given game if you find enough of it or use it the right way. And then it's another decision point. So what do I spend my money on? Do I build it up and spend it on XP? Do I spend it each turn for cards? Do I even bother trying to collect gold pieces, or just let it just let it grow and focus on other parts of the game? It's another decision point. So and that helps fight back against the luck factor of just winning due to rolling dice or whatnot. All right,